Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's good to see everybody, man. There's a whole bunch of folks in here. Let's see who all's chatting with us tonight, or this afternoon rather. Up to the very top. Epic Badger showed up first. Hey, what's going on, Jesse? Enjoyed your show on the micro machines and stuff, man. It was great. Sham Bollocks, says Bjorn Jorgensen. Wool made of cardboard. So, Bill and Jim are now superpower stars. Hey, that's cool. Nolan's here in the house. Good to see you, Nolan. Boba Hicks here. Good to see you, Boba Hicks. Moving on down the line, we got Duffman's Dioramas. Hey, what's going on, man? I hope everything's going all right with you. Rolando Flores gave us a link to some help for you, and we're going to try to get that up later. So we'll work on that. Gojitron's here. Greetings from work. Who does Eduardo like for the Super Bowl? I don't think Eduardo really cares, but we'll have to ask Largo about that. He might know more. No Way Farms is here. Hey, what's happening, No Way? Moving on down the line. Gap After Dark. Good to see you. Captain Spaulding. Good to see you. I think that gets me caught up. Let's see. What's going on there, Largo? You doing all right, my buddy?
I am finer than a frog hair split three ways, my friend. How you doing today?
Oh, wow, that's cool. I've never heard that term used before, but yeah, that's a nice little term there. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I stayed up cutting together a couple of little videos. Patreons, speaking of whom, let's shout them out real quick. We got Grindhead Jim, Jim Largo, Pope, Masters Maniac, Mexico, Will McLaughlin, Bjorn Jorgensen, Johnny Sorensen, Ocean Breeze, Salty, Sir Clifton, Gojitron, and Melvor. So yeah, man, we appreciate all you guys. I'm basically at Rolo's disposal on this one. So Johnny Sorensen, I hope you got your message. If you're out there somewhere. Hey, what's going on? Everything's Plastic Collectibles. We had a nice chat yesterday afternoon in my green room, so good to see you on. Anyway, we're doing Laser Sharks today, folks. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Central Time. Be there or be square because Marcos is and Rolo both are going to be on the show. I'm going to try to get that all set up for you. There's a Patreon exclusive video that just went up here just a few minutes ago. For you Patreons, it's me performing a magic trick called Locked Deck for Grindhead Jim. We did that live on the show just the other day. I cut that together and made a nice little video for everyone. So if you're a Patreon, check that out. Yeah, Johnny Sorensen, it's going to be today. What time is it now? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 hours from now, whatever Greenwich Mean Time is for you, buddy. That's going to be when we're gonna do this thing. So it's going to be go to the Patreon. The StreamYard link is there. Everybody come into the StreamYard. I don't know how many people I can have on screen at one time. I think it's like 10, 5, 10. I don't know.
10 is the max. I'm not being shy, folks. If my signal cuts out because of my internet is low, I'm just going to turn my camera off so I don't wig out here.
yeah, he's got that. No, I don't. Why did I say that? I jinxed myself. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah. So we're working on things. So we're gonna have I'm gonna try to not neglect my Patreon as much. But yeah, you understand though that I work 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, sometimes 12. So it's kind of hard to keep up with all this shit. But I'm trying to do all my weekend shows here on YouTube. So thank you for all your support, everybody. So let's move on along. So you got Boglins coming up today, Largo?
Well, if the internet gods are smiling on
can't-
me, yes, I have a premiere set. Yep.
That's going to be at what around 2. So when this show's over with, we need to stop immediately and get over there to Largo's channel for the premiere.
Yeah, premiere should be popping up here on everybody's Zumaflachi.
Yeah,
shortly after.
well, listen, folks, we know this, so we need to make sure that everyone knows this. So YouTube is broken, okay? YouTube is messed up, broken. So everyone, if you don't know, go ahead and make sure that you understand that you've got to go in and look at our pages and see if what we've got going on, because don't rely on notifications. Don't rely on your feed, because it's not showing the things that it should show when it should.
Now,
Understand what I'm saying, folks.
Right. As soon as we start promoting Raid Shadow Legends and manscaping, then we'll start getting the notifications out there. I think that's how it works. We just need to get some sponsorship.
Yeah. Exactly. Notifications. What the fuck are notifications? We don't need no freaking notifications.
Yeah, they don't.
She Snacks. Hey, how's it going? Hey, new sub. Thanks. Appreciate it there, She Snacks. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah. What else we got going on? So it's the Boglins review, right? That's what we're doing on your channel there, Largo.
Yep, Boglins are coming up first, and we'll be doing gargoyles hopefully later in the week. And tomorrow is Monday, and every other Monday, my buddy Will from Wilhelm Toy and Hobby and I are doing the AF3, which is the Forceful Fellowship, talking about the lore of Action Force.
Okay, that sounds cool. Let's go ahead and pull up the toy cam here. Of course, we started out the show with this fellow here, which we got working last night. If you missed that, go back and watch some of that stream where I actually opened this up. I had to get the corrosion off the included batteries and put the new batteries in. We opened some micro toy box toys last night, which I'm kind of moving out of the way. I need to put them somewhere where I won't dump them in the floor. This will work right here. Now, let me zoom this back out again. And we'll take Gandalf and his packaging out of the way as well for now. And we'll get right into things. And of course, in my haste to get everything prepared, I did not go to the Superpowers closet and get the Superpowers figures out. And I will do that now. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, and everybody can get a chance to go get a snack and get a fresh cup of coffee or whatever, I'm going to play a round of commercials. Is that all right with everybody? I hope it is. What do you think there, Largo?
I dig it.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Here's some commercials, folks.
And now, this message. The ultimate evil. Darkseid attacks. His horde of villains spread chaos and destruction. But now they face Earth's mightiest heroes. The Superpowers Collection explodes into battle. It's Kenner's Superpowers Collection. Figures with power action, each sold separately.
Who's Batman's friend? It's Firestorm. Squeeze him. His power action will destroy evil. Evil like Calabac with his Beta Club or Desaad with his lethal shock machine? We shall see.
The Superpowers Collection. Batman, Firestorm, Calabac, Desaad, and other figures with power action, each sold separately from Kenner.
Introducing that king of fun, the one who's okay with us kids, the Magic Burger King!
In person?
Yay!
I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. Now watch me, kids, when I twist my ring like magic.
We're at Burger King! Is my Magic Burger King?
I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. I love magic and food that's fun. So I'll make a burger disappear, make it come back here. Turn apples into pies right before your eyes. Turn onions into rain.
As we can see,
Put a shiver in the shake. It's easy for me. I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. I love magic and food that's fun. So
you got fun, fun, fun for everyone! Burger King, yay!
Day after day, Toothopolis stands behind its beautiful wall of teeth, ever vulnerable to the cavity creeps.
We climb tooth, make holes.
The Cavity Creeps. I'll call the Crest team.
The siren. The cavity creeps must be near our beloved wall of teeth.
Yes, at the upper back molar. Hurry into the Crestmobile.
Crest, protect us!
This is a good spot for big hole.
We must fight the cavity creeps with our fluoride.
Take this, cavity creeps.
Crest!
Drat that crest.
Toothopolis is saved!
The cavity creeps are a constant threat to every Toothopolis.
So you must fight with us.
Have regular checkups.
Watch treats.
And brush after every meal with C-E-S-T.
Don't pout, check it out. Zach's gonna show you what work's about.
It's the blob, it's the blob.
I am the future blob.
Without a job, without a job.
I am the future blob.
What can I do?
No need to panic, no need to get scared. You can make the future by being prepared. Ask what do I like to do? What jobs are suited to me?
I like to skate. I like to go bowling. But my favorite hobby is cutting and sewing.
You can get going, plan a business sewing. It's your job, your future job. There are many jobs you can train for. Seamstress tailor, costume designer, alterations, pattern maker.
I am the blob, the future blob.
It's no blob when you plan for a job. Don't be afraid, make a career and get paid. Do your job, plan for a future job, and you won't fear the mean old future blob.
All right, I'm back. Good. Zach told us to get a damn job, so y'all follow the advice of Zach there. All right, here's the Power Stars. So you back with me, Largo?
I am. I'm just reading the chat. Bjorn says you should only brush the teeth you want to keep. That's the way to keep your Toothopolis healthy there.
Right. All right. So first of all, so what do we need to do first? We need to open these Power Stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll start with Flash Gordon, I guess. All right. So we kind of looked at the packaging the last time we were doing this. You can see we got Flash here on the side. Got his logo down here. Power Star.
Now, is there any cross sell on the back there, Bill?
Yes, there is. Here it is. These are the figures that are in this wave one: Phantom, Flash Gordon, Ming the Merciless, and Prince Thun, the Lion Man. There is a bio here. It says a dynamo on the sports field and a daredevil pilot. Flash Gordon is an adventurer like no other. Flash had traveled the entire world, charting unknown lands and using his charm physical skills, and courage to come out on top in many dangerous situations. The pure-hearted and forthright Flash turned foes into friends with his exploits, tales of which filled the newspapers and made him famous. The close
Who knew
approach.
that? Who knew being a polo player could prepare you for an intergalactic war?
That's right. Flash was a polo player. He was not a football player like in that Dino De Laurentiis movie. The close approach of the planet Mongo to Earth, with consequent earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes, led Flash and his companions, Dale Arden and Dr. Zarkov, landing on that world and encountering the tyrannical ruler, being the Merciless. But we all know that that wasn't really his intention. He and Dale had to parachute from a crashing airplane. They parachuted into Dr. Zarkov's lab, where Dr. Zarkov forced them onto the rocket at gunpoint.
The start of a beautiful friendship.
Absolutely. Oh, and lovely how this packaging comes loose from the card, folks. You see how easily that came loose? I'm going to be able to store these on card if I want to.
Nice.
So that's really nice. Okay, here we go. We've got a gun and a sword, and we've got an extra head. I'm going to pull that head out.
Would that be a laser? Is that a laser gun?
That's a laser pistol, yes, sir. And he actually has a working holster here on the side for that. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it goes right down into that holster, just like that.
If only he had a laser shark to ride on.
Well, if you guys want laser sharks, that's going to be this afternoon on my Patreon. If you're not a Patreon of mine, you might want to get on there and become one so you can watch Rolo and laser sharks. There.
Oh, he's even got a place for his sword. That's cool.
He does. And let's see about that head. The head comes off really easily. The ball joint here is sculpted into the actual buck, and this other head just pops right on.
So these are pretty well designed for 5 POA. Or is it 5 or 7? Does he have knee joints?
It's exact his superpower. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
So he bends at the knees. Okay, the knees bend.
But Flash will never bend the knee for Ming.
Not at all. He's got arms, and he can hold. He's got gripping hands on both hands, so he can grip his weapons. I like Flash without the headgear. I know Largo's partial to headgear.
I do like the headgear.
There's Flash, and I'm going to put the extra head in the head hole here on the packaging. And I'm going to place the packaging off to the side so we can put him back in it later. That's where he's going to be stored. I'm going to store all these figures in package. All right, so chat, who do we want to open next? Do we want to do Phantom, Prince Thun the Lion Man, or Ming the Merciless? I disagree, Gojitron, but it was very, very good, and it was very, very faithful to the original strip. Yes, sir.
At least the first season was.
Yeah, the first season. The second season doesn't even enter into my lexicon. Thun says Gojitron. Ming says Bjorn. No Way Farm says Phantom. Ming says everything's plastic. Shall I do a poll, or should I just kind of keep up with this?
I'd say eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Phantom. Looks like it's going to be Phantom right now. I think Phantom, Ming are about I think Ming's second, Phantom's first. So
right.
For Phantom. Here we go. Once again, let's see if this comes loose as easily as the first one. Hopefully it does. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Whoever designed these, I love you. That I've never had packaging open so easily, and I just dropped the gun, so I'm going to have to go fishing in the floor. So,
do you have a carpet monster?
No, absolutely not. And I can see better nowadays, and I can actually bend over easily more than I could when I first started streaming. And check that out. Look how quickly I found his gun.
Very good.
All right, these pistols need to go in their holsters. So I'm putting both pistols in the holsters that they belong in, so that Phantom can
Now,
hold
did they
his
get his
pistols.
britches right? Did they get the stripes on there?
They got the stripes on there. They're a little big for my taste, but at least there are stripes there. So
cool.
That's better than no stripes at all, which is normally what you see, especially since the Defenders of the Earth decided that they didn't want to have to.
They didn't like.
animate.
Yeah, they didn't want the trunks on the outside. Now, does he have his skull rings?
Yes, he does. He's got. Actually, the other ring is not a skull ring, okay? And I don't know if you can see this or not. You probably can't because the camera's not going to focus in so small. He's got a skull ring on one hand, and he's got the good ring, which is 4 P's and a cross.
Oh, okay.
On the other hand, the good ring was not you weren't to hit people with the good ring. The good ring, you just left an impression like on their hand or their wrist, so that the Jungle Patrol could know that they were a friend of the Phantom. The skull ring, on the other hand, you always hit the villains in the chin with it, and it left an indelible skull mark on them for the rest of their life.
Brandon.
So everyone would know that they were a villain.
That's interesting. It's kind of like with the Shadow, he would give his agents, at least in the movie. I don't know if that was in the pulp novels or anything, but he would give his agents a way to contact him.
Yeah. All right. So we got the Phantom's car out of the way. All right. Who's next? Thun or Ming? Thun or Ming? Who knows what darkness lurks in the hearts of man? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Only the Shadow knows.
That's right. I think Ming had the most votes after
all right,
Phantom.
All right, we'll get Ming over here. We got to get a bad guy. We only have one bad guy in this wave, and that's Ming here. Let's see if we once again have the same easily opening packaging. Oh, look, absolutely.
Nice.
This is amazing. I've never ever had packaging that opens so easily. All right, let's go ahead and get the weapons out so that we don't lose them right off the bat. The sword's trying to escape. All right, you get over there, sword. The gun, I'm having trouble getting it out. The gun is taped in. All right, the rest of the guns were not taped in, but this gun was taped in. Maybe somebody got wise and said, okay, they're going to lose the gun if we don't take the gun in.
The man with the golden gun.
And the gun is the same sculpt as the one that came with Flash Gordon. It's just molded in gold instead of cloth goods cape, folks. Check out this goods cape, okay?
Yeah.
And
McFarlane needs to take notes on those capes.
Absolutely, and it's got a clip to clip it around his neck, just like the Superpowers capes were. Very reminiscent of Superpowers cape. It's like a Robin cape, but it's on Ming here. All right, so first of all, we need to put his weapons where they belong. So he's got a holster for his gun, just like Flash does. And it looks like that Ming has a very similar buck to Flash Gordon's. I'm sure but it's not. It's not. The lower legs are different. The upper body is the same, but the arms are different.
I always thought that was a missed opportunity for army building. They could do some Mongo warriors that have, the Ming crest on their uniform. I'd buy
all right, folks, check this out. This little plastic piece here is a separate piece. It's like a little necklace.
Huh.
And his head moves up and down and left and right and side to side because it's on a ball joint. Superpowers collection figures, Todd Father. Take note, this is the way figures should have a head that moves around, even if they're only 5 POA.
Yep.
And head swaps are very easily done. All right, so there's Ming. Let's see if we can get him to stand on his own. There we go. And we can take the packaging away.
Shaitan's Hammer's in the house for a moment. He's at the store, but he's going to catch us on the replay.
All right, cool. Shaitan's Hammer. I mean, we're working on opening our Power Stars figures right now, and I have got the Super Powers figures over here just waiting. And of course, after we do this, then we're going to play with Frog Monger and see what we can do with that. If I can find my Boba Fett figures, I want to get those blast effects out.
Get froggy with it.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Last but not least, it's Thun the Lion Man. I wasn't going to buy him, but I relented at the last minute.
Thun was always one of my favorites from the Filmation cartoon. He was a good character.
Yeah. And all of these figures, as far as I know, are still available for sale on Big Bad Toy Store. They did not sell out yet. So go over there and get you some if this is in your wheelhouse. Okay, so
now, Bill, have you heard any rumors of them continuing this line? Is there going to be a series 2 with some?
From what I understand, there is a series 2 in the works. It's going to be all ladies.
Ladies, hello.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Ladies. Phantom Lady's going to be in there. The original Golden Age Phantom Lady that had the blue costume on. So yeah.
Okay. I think I saw a rumor about a Bullet Woman or Bullet Man maybe coming to the line.
Yes, Bullet Girl. Yes. All right, so Thun. I think his upper body and arms are the same sculpt as Phantom and Flash. Now Flash has got molded. Those circles are molded into him, so he's different. All right, that's cool. He's got loincloth, which is actually a separate piece that's been added on. He's got a tail coming out here. There's a hole drilled in the back of his butt for the tail to go in, and it doesn't move, so it's actually glued in there. He's got toes on his feet with claws on his feet. That's pretty cool. And he doesn't have any kind of sheath for his sword, so he's actually going to have to grip his sword. So we're going to have to open his hands up just a little bit here and get his thumb in position so that he can grip his sword. Get in there. There we go. We got him gripping his sword. So
nice. And they did a really good job on the head sculpt. They got it right. It's a very human-esque head, not a lion head.
That's right, and that's the one thing that Filmation got wrong about Thun was they made the lion head on him, and a friend of mine named Jim Keefe, who is actually the last artist who worked on artist and writer who worked on the Flash Gordon comic strip. When he took over the strip, he made the mistake of making Thun the Lion Man have a lion's head. And Al Williamson quickly contacted him and said, no, don't do that. Make him look like Alex Raymond made him. And he went back and he changed the art on that.
Yeah, those stories still hold up. I mean, if you go back and read some of the reprints, they're still pretty good. Even the fellows who came after the original Alexander Raymond run.
Now, I'm sure that everybody really wants to see what these things stack up like besides Superpowers figures. And that's kind of what I wanted to do as well. And I've got some Toddy Mac figures here. I've also got some later Kenner figures from different lines. I've got some Toy Biz figures here somewhere that we can look at as well. So let's take a look first of all. Let's get Superman and Batman on the scene here. So here's Superman. Let's see if he'll stand by himself. There he goes. And we got Batman. Now, what I want you to take note of, folks, is the stance. Okay? Mm-hmm. Notice the stance and the position of the legs. This is the same on the Superpowers as it is on the Superstars. Toddy Mac, you fucked up. Your figures' leg stances are wrong.
Yeah, he put them a little too straight up and down. They need to be more heroic.
Exactly. All right, so we'll bring Flash up to the forefront, and it looks like he matches up pretty evenly with these guys.
Yeah, I was thinking they were going to be closer to the McFarlane, which are a little taller, but they look like they're definitely more inspired by the original
We're going to look at
Kenners.
the shoe size. It looks like Flash has got bigger feet than Batman. So the Superpowers figures' feet are not quite as big as these. But who's looking at their feet? I don't know. Not me. We're going to put Batman and Flash side by side. Flash is slightly taller than Batman. So you may be correct as far as the height of the figure goes. It may be closer to the McFarlane figures. Flash and Superman. Flash is just, a hair taller. It's like Superman maybe 6'3", but Flash is 6'4" or 6'5". That's reasonable. What do you think
Yeah,
there, Margo?
yeah. I mean, most folks aren't all the same height, so that kind of works.
All right, so let's see. Let's pull out the Toddy Mac figures. All right, so we got Toddy Mac Superman, Toddy Mac Batman. Let's put them out there and check out the sizes on them.
You may have just become an enabler, Bill. People are starting to say if they start picking this line up, it's your fault.
Well, thank you. I'm always here. The first one's free. After that, you have to pay.
Indeed.
All right. So we're going to put those off the side, and we're going to bring the Toddy Mac figures out. See the stances on these? The stances are all wrong. I don't even know how Superman's standing up, to be honest with you. But as far as the height goes, the boot size, same. Superman's a little bit taller than Flash. Flash just looks like he's a little bit taller than Batman. So,
but they're pretty close. You could definitely do some play scenarios with Flash and the Justice League hanging out together. That'd be cool.
Now, understand if Toddy Mac's leg stances had been widened out, these figures would actually be shorter than what they appear to be.
Right.
So, I'm thinking all these figures are they're close enough scale to work. I'm curious to see what the chat thinks.
Yeah, and that leg stance definitely helps them to be more stable when you're standing without a figure stand too.
All right, I've got a couple of more figures here that we can add to the mix to see how they stand up. First of all, we've got Toy Biz Superman. Let's take
now the Toy Biz was based on the original Kenner mold. It wasn't much different, was it?
It wasn't much different, but it was a mold of a mold, which means it's a little softer, if you know what I mean. And
Sure.
yes, there are slight differences in here. They're very noticeable in person, not so much so on camera. But here's Superman. As you can see, he's about the same size as the Superman here. So
I didn't realize how much duller the colors were on the Toy Biz version.
I don't know if that's because of age. It may be because of age. That Superman that I have over there to the side, he's almost pristine mint condition. That was a Canadian gas station Superman that was on the small card. I actually took him off the card. Is that a different cape?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Those are Cape Master capes. I got Cape Master capes on my figures. That shit ribbon crap. Yeah, I threw that in the garbage right off the bat.
Yeah, Cape Master makes really nice capes for these figures and the original Kenners as well.
All right, now
and
here
we have some Motu stuff.
Oh, he does everything. Anything you can imagine, he does. Yeah, he even does repro stuff for the Remco figures.
Cool.
All right, so what I have here, I have a Superman from the Man of Steel collection. This is Mullet Superman from the Mullet era. This is Kenner. Came out, I guess, in the early 90s. Let's move him back.
That's right. Business up front, party in the back.
By the way, let me zoom in on that Superman over there. I want you to notice something, folks. I painted his eyes, so that's not the way Toy Biz Superman actually came. His eyes were a little more reminiscent of the superpower Superman over there. But me being me, I was a kid, right? I painted whites in his eyes and then painted blue over them. So
It doesn't look bad.
mark that up
I
too.
did like the fact they put the detail that Superman's supposed to have blue eyes.
To, to, to oh, oh, Bill here.
Nope.
Am I back?
Looks like you're back.
All right, all right. I apologize for my internet, folks. It's Super Bowl Sunday once again. All right, so we got Mullet Superman from the Man of Steel collection in there, and once again he's actually a little taller than all the rest of these figures, but he still stands up pretty well. What do you guys think?
Yep.
The achy breaky Superman, mullet for life. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys.
The mullet.
Do you want me to pull out some more stuff and show it off, or do we want to move right along? I'll let you guys be the judge. Do you want me to show off these figures in the Power Stars line a little closer? Just let me know.
If you have your package handy for your Flash Gordon from NECA, it wouldn't be bad to see them next to each other.
You're asking a lot.
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't know what I did with that. Sorry, man.
That's all right.
Wait a minute.
Hold the phone.
I've got so much stuff in here. Someday, something's going to have to give. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. I know what that is. Crap.
While you're doing that, I'll run upstairs, see if I can grab mine off my desk upstairs real quick. Sure. I can show that one off.
I'm going to put my Resurrection Toys hat on so you can get it out of the way. Oh, Bjorn. Here's my Caverns of Fear Golden book. You were asking if I had any of these. There it is. As I go down deep here into the pile of junk, here he is. Here's the NECA Flash Gordon right here up front. All right. And NECA Ming the Motionless. And I've got the Defenders of the Earth figures down here as well, but I'm not going to dig those out. But let's put them in the background here. Can you guys see those? Superpower Stars, Bill and Jim. If I had hair, I might consider a mullet. Do you not have hair? Okay. All right. Let me know what you think, guys. I like that Filmation-esque Flash Gordon back there in the back made by NECA. I still haven't removed them out of the packages. I'm afraid to. NECA. Yeah. Oh, you lost all your hair on a bet. Okay. All right. Yeah, well, I think I ended up with a mohawk in high school because of that. I think everybody on the football team ended up getting a mohawk that year. Yeah. All right, back Largo. All right, I've got the NECA back there in the background. Okay, that's your NECA Flash Gordon, right? Okay.
Yep, and focus.
That's the Defenders of the Earth Flash Gordon, by the way, right?
No, sir. This is the one that's based on the Alexander Raymond. He's got the headgear and the cummerbund and all that. And yeah, they did a pretty good job on that. And this is the classic Phantom that they did in the line.
I've got both of those figures. I didn't get those particular figures out there. They're a little deeper into the pile here, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he did a couple flavors of Ming that I liked too. He does the classic Ming with the yellow jaundice kind of look to him. That's more
Uh-huh.
reminiscent of the original.
Well,
And
that was actually Yellow Peril being there. That
oh yeah,
Manchu look and all that. Yeah. Now
and the
that's
one
the
from the Defenders of the Earth is very. I like the costume, and it's got a nice velvety cape that's got two colors to it. He's got his power staff, reminiscent of Skeletor. They did a good job on that one. So
uh-huh.
I picked that one up, and that's kind of my go-to Ming. But I do like the classic as well. But he's just not as fancy.
Uh-huh.
So for the larger scale, they're not bad, and you definitely see where boss fight in that smaller scale is really trying to keep up with what's going on with
Boba Hicks says he loved the Defenders of the Earth cartoon, but he never picked up the toys. I remember those. I was a little old for that when that came out, so I wasn't collecting toys at the time. But I remember seeing the Defenders of the Earth toys at the store, and at the time, I was sorely unimpressed. I did not like the design of Flash Gordon from that with the high collar and the
yeah, his red jumpsuit thing just it wasn't as good. I guess it was easier to animate, but
yeah.
it didn't have as cool of a style as his original costume.
Ming was green. I didn't like that. Phantom didn't have any drawers on the outside. I didn't like that. Mandrake, I think they did pretty good with Mandrake, although they kind of missed the mark there with his manservant
Lothar.
Yeah. But of course, we can't have him running around with a leopard skin loincloth and a bone in his nose and all that stuff, can we?
Yeah, that didn't age well.
No.
But
No.
I do need to pick up that Mandrake from the new NECA line. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, Boba Higgs says that his Defender's Ming looks absolutely gorgeous, great. He says, good. Yeah, the paint job is great. NECA does a great job with sculpts and paint jobs, and I've been told that they're doing better with the plastic that they've chosen to use, but you still have to heat it up and all that stuff. Let's see, World Made of Cardboard says he didn't watch the Defenders of Earth show. It was really not something that he got into. Well, it's kind of hard, for King Features to cross their superheroes over like that. So to me it's a weird combination. But I can see these characters meeting one another, but I somehow I don't see them forming a superhero team.
Well, there has been a more recent comic book called King's Guard or King's Crossing, and it's I want to say Dynamite Comics, but I'm not exactly sure. But again,
that sounds like it's right up Dynamite Comics' alley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's right. That's kind of what they're doing. Love the idea the characters were not really into the show. Okay, I can see that, John. Bjorn Orson said that show was forming. Everything's before your time, Bjorn. You're just a young fellow. That's what we're here for, is to try to get you to experience some of these things that you didn't get a chance to see.
That's right. So, we're exposing you to all kinds of strange, wonderful things like health safety tips from days gone by.
That's for the late night show. There, this is a more family friendly atmosphere there, Largo.
Indeed.
All right, guys. So I'll let you guys feast your eyes on that. I'll let Largo speak for a little bit, and then we'll move on to Frog Monger.
All righty. Well, yeah, I'm liking these sculpts, and it's nice to see a line of this sort that you wouldn't think would be popular. It seems to be doing pretty well, and I hope they continue it, and we get a Vulcan, because got to have our Hawkman, and maybe a Prince Baron.
I would like to see them do the Dale Arden and Zarkov at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And Bolton and Baron. I don't know if they're going to go that deep into it. I have my feelings that probably not. They're going to continue doing more.
Now, if I had my druthers, I'd talk to one of my creative 3D printing type friends out there and see if we could put together a real whiz bang Flash Gordon spaceship to go with these characters. Because
If
That
only
would
we
be
could use
cool.
someone with a 3D printer.
If only. I think I saw him in the chat earlier. I'll talk to him about it.
Hmm.
There's got to be something out there because.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm going to start putting things away, folks. So, hopefully I don't bore you guys to tears as I do this. I've got to do this because I've got stuff laying everywhere in the floor right now. If I don't put this stuff away, it's going to be a bad situation in here.
Space is the final frontier for collectors.
Everything's better in space.
That's a good point. World Made of Cardboard said King Features looked like they were about to lose some of their copyrights, and that's why they quickly created that show just to hang on to
No,
stuff.
they're in absolutely no danger of losing their copyrights. They own these characters outright. Their comic strips available everywhere with these characters in it.
No Way Farms, you have a good day. Got to run out and feed the piggies.
Of course, and of course, I can always count on No Way to watch the replays, and also No Way does something that a lot of you guys are not doing. When No Way finishes watching the replay, he goes into the comments and he leaves me comments, which feeds the damn algorithm. If nothing else, just go in the comments and say, "Good show, Bill." Just anything like that. So when you're in the process of hitting the like button, which everybody should be doing, you go down to the comments and you say, "Great show, Bill," or "You suck, Bill," or something in the comments.
Fair enough.
I love you guys.
It's tough love, Bill, but we understand.
All right, so we're putting away our figures here.
Now, I wonder if you'd be able to take one of those old Superpowers carry cases and 3D print some kind of a Flash Gordon cover to go on the front.
It wouldn't have to be 3D printed. You take the Superpowers case and you cut the top and the bottom out just enough to get that to be able to put a sheet of paper over the cardboard insert that's been printed on there, and you print out pictures of Flash Gordon instead of Superpowers, and you just shove it in there. As a matter of fact, if you go on Etsy, folks, there's a guy on Etsy that will sell you a PDF file of volume 2 of the Superpowers case. So if you've got an extra Superpowers case, you can do what I just said, print his shit out and shove it in your Superpowers case and make the volume 2 case to go with the volume 1 that they never made a volume 2 for there.
Huh. So it looks like Rolo's been dumpster diving. He says, "You'll never believe what I found in the trash."
A banana peel.
Johnny's thinking maybe a little Spanish gold, but Rolo says, no, it's something better than that. So we'll have
Chicken
to see.
bones.
Could be.
Hey, Blue Harvest Toys.
Howdy. Good to see Blue Harvest in the house.
I'm putting this round of toys away, Blue Harvest. So it's kind of boring right now, but we're kind of trying to keep our chat going. Tacos. Melvor, wasn't someone supposed to be making a Superpower-esque Rocketeer? Yes, there is a toy company that's doing that, and I can't remember who it was. Largo, do you remember?
I believe it's the one, just went out of my head. Zinka Toys. They're the ones that are doing Eagle Force. They're doing Rocketeer and a few other of the Golden Age pulp type heroes as well.
And these are in Superpowers 5 POA?
They are. They're very similar. I haven't had any in hand yet, but they're very reminiscent of this.
Is there a hey Andy, what's going on there, Mrs. Cardboard? Is there a place where we can go to see the pre-orders for that, Largo?
Yes, they are available on Big Bad Toy Store as well, just like these Flash Gordon figures.
Get that link up there in the chat if you would, and as a matter of fact, make me unbig and see if you can present that to the folks as well.
All righty.
That'll give them something to look at besides me putting away figures, which is boring as all get out, I'm sure.
Yep, I am in the process of looking that up right now, trying to multitask, which is not easy on my antique computer system here. All right, let's see. Big Bad Toy Store.
It's nothing to be concerned about, though. Come on, bats. Get you in your little place. All right. And, we need to put these guys away. Clearing out more space here.
There's also a larger Rocketeer that's coming out from Executive Replicas. It'll be in the 1/12 scale. Here we go. It's Fresh Monkey Fiction is the name of the company. Okay. And I'll pull that up here to show. Let me see.
I'm going to pass on that Rocketeer that you just talked about, the big one, because I've got the one that was put out years ago. Maybe not have the same articulation, but I mean, it's close enough. And it's 1/12 scale. I think I've showed him before too. He's one of Paula's favorites. All right. See how much? See. I love the way these packages just opened right up.
Yeah, that works.
So
good.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe I can display these still on card like this. So that's nice.
Yep, I'm going to blow this up full screen for all the kids at home. So this is the Big Bad Toy Store Rocketeer. They're called Long Box Heroes, as in long.
Yes, I remember them. Yeah.
So they're a little pricey. It's $74.99 for a 3-pack. That's
that's for 3 figures, right?
It is, but still, I mean, 3 figures that are.
Are they selling them individually?
I believe so.
Let's see what the individual prices are. They because these figures here were like $30 a piece, $35 a piece.
Yeah, and they are 7 POA. They do have knee joints, just like the Superpowers.
Okay.
So let's go see what else Fresh Monkey Fiction's got. Oh, they also have some other oddball heroes and villains. So they've got the Goon. It looks like Airboy, the Tick, Grendel, Madman, Mr. Monster, and the girl from Hack and Slash, which was a horror comic book.
Okay.
So they're doing a whole bunch of these.
I'm kind of partial to Rocketeer and Airboy there. Mr. Monster, maybe. I remember Mr. Monster.
There's the Santa Clauses, and I'm looking. I don't see these individually listed, but that doesn't mean they're not around somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Let me just pull up Rocketeer toys. Now, here's the Executive Replicas Rocketeer that I am kind of partial to because it comes with Betty Page, or just Betty. And she's hubba hot.
He couldn't call her Betty Page because of you'd have to pay her royalties because she was still alive back then.
Right, and this Rocketeer is from the comic book, so he's got the more Art Deco style rocket pack, and there's Cliff Secord's head. So he's got that older, the more classic style rocket, and does have an effect with it. So if you're a 1/12 scale collector out there, that's one to look for. But they're spendy. But it's a 2-pack. So there's a couple of different flavors of different villains for this line.
Yeah, that's $74 for that Rocketeer set. That's just a little bit too spendy for me. Yeah. There he goes, $24.99 by himself. Now that's more reasonable.
Yeah, and he is kind of barrel chested like the Superpowers.
That fits in.
Yeah, it's not bad. And again, we've got knee joints there and all the bells and whistles, and he's got his rocket pack and a kind of looks like they gave him a Ruger this time, reminiscent of what he picked up from a saboteur spy in the comic books.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not bad.
No.
So
it
that would definitely fit in with your Superpowers type collection.
I'm thinking about putting in a pre-order for that bad boy. Of course, I said I wasn't going to be ordering any more stuff, but I lie.
Well, sometimes you got to make an exception for exceptional characters. Now, if they did a Shadow in this line, I'd be all over that.
I'd be all over that. This particular vacuum cleaner didn't fall in the hands of the enemy. And Betty Page is very Varoom looking. I agree, Trap Jaw. Yeah, hubba hubba.
Oh yeah, she's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
Extra hands for fist and to hold a gun. Okay.
So, yep, there's some possibilities out there, folks. If you're into the 118 or close to 118 scale, and you like this flavor of character, there's a lot of Pulp Fiction characters on the way. So that seems to be the new hotness right now.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find I thought I had seen some of the ladies that they were talking about, like the Phantom Lady. Maybe that was on a different website.
Hey, I got a question. I need a Doc Savage figure. He's been very neglected. I agree with you, Gojitron. Doc Savage is a must-needed figure. We need more Doc Savage. We don't have enough Doc Savage. Okay, guys, question. Do you want to see my latest toy haul before we get to the Frog Monger? Just let me know in the chat.
Now, this one's a nice one. I think Gojitron picked this one up. I don't know how many people remember Mr. Monster, but
I remember Mr. Monster.
He was a fun one in the comics as a monster hunter and kind of a all-around adventurer.
I just love the design of his costume. That's just it to me. That just screams golden age.
Yep.
Although he wasn't a golden age character, I don't think, was he?
No, he came along later, but he was definitely written in the style of the golden age or the pulp age, if you will.
Ladies from the Amazing Hero set, Secret Wars. Ladies are part of the Amazing Hero series, Secret War style. Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can find some of
he
those.
wants to see a good call. Yes, wants to see the haul. We want to see more toys. Okay, yeah, okay. We'll do that as soon as we finish looking at these figures here. I will show you the latest toy haul.
I'm kind of interested in this one. This is another one of those esoteric comics. The Goon was.
Yeah.
He was a fun.
Everybody needs a Goon. I mean that Goon right there, even though he was actually a character, that Goon right there would work for a Goon for like Penguin or Joker or any of the other superpowers villains.
That's true. He'd make a good henchman.
Yeah,
better than that Bob the villain they gave us.
Yeah, Bob the Goon. I've got Bob the Goon, by the way. He's pretty lame. He's got a pistol and a knife and a removable hat and kicking action. Okay.
Let's see. There's Madman. There's one of the ladies. This is Cassie Hack from Hack and Slash, but I'm looking for more of the classic ladies. I know they got to be around here somewhere.
I read the first 5 years of Goon on the first run. Okay, Johnny. By the way, Johnny, you did get the Patreon message, I hope, about what we're doing this afternoon with Rolo. Please let me know, because you had posted on Patreon that you wanted to get notification of that, and I tried to do that today. Long box heroes, you can buy the whole set for $150, and that's not too bad for that many figures, I don't think.
True, but a lot of these are modern characters. They're not all the classics. It's kind of a mix of them. Yeah. I do like Airboy though. That's not a horrible rendition.
That's a golden age character.
Mm-hmm. This particular version of his costume, though, I'm not sure if that's a slam dunk, but it's okay.
I mean, it looks like Airboy from what I remember. He's got blue jodhpur zone. He's got the V top red bomber jacket on with his goggles over his eyes. He's got brown engineer boots on, and he's got gauntlet gloves. I mean, he looks like Airboy to me. I mean, what do you have? What issues are you having with that costume?
I think maybe it's the way they did the neckerchief. It just looks like I don't know if that's sculpted or painted on.
Looks painted, but yeah, I see what you're saying. You think it should have been a separate piece like my Ming over here?
Exactly. So,
okay. Well, you could fix that.
That's true. But all in all, not a bad collection of interesting characters.
Now, did Airboy have a sword in the comic, or did he carry a pistol?
You know, I don't remember. That would be a Gojitron question. He'd probably know.
Gojitron?
I want to say he always had a pistol, but
that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking the sword is kind of some Toddy Mac bullshit.
Well, no, because Mr. Monster comes with his pistols, so it's not like they're shying away from.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, folks. I'm kind of shooting in the dark.
Yep. All right. Fresh Monkey's doing some interesting stuff. I mean, these I'm very excited for. It's kind of off topic, but they're doing some monster figures for a new 1/12 scale. So they have a Forgotten King, which is kind of a reminiscent of a somewhere between a mummy and a a cursed Egyptian god kind of character, and they've got
Right.
a whole storyline going with that.
Uh-huh.
They're calling it the Monster Force. So
Okay.
we've got Declan Van Helsing's descendant, taking
Uh-huh.
over, and it's kind of reminiscent of an Action Force style of articulation and gear, but with a monster theme.
Uh-huh.
That looks pretty good. And I
Nice
think
to see
there's
some independent characters getting some figure love. I agree with Johnny Sorensen on that one.
yeah. And I'm liking these bad guy designs. These are called the Crimson Moon Division, and they're very reminiscent of a certain older Palatoy design,
Okay.
in my opinion.
All right.
So, kind of like a cross between a stormtrooper and a Red Shadows character.
Right. And are you looking to get some of these figures for your collection, or are you just looking at these because you kind of think they're neat?
I did pre-order these because I think they're going to fit in well with some of my other stuff on the shelf.
Right.
And as far as that, that pulp fiction kind of feel, I could definitely see putting these into some kind of a,
Airboy should have a gun or a rifle, says the Gojatron. See, I thought that would be the case. The sword's kind of out of place in my opinion.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Let me see if I can pull up some more of the the ones like the Flash Gordon that you have there, and see what else is coming down the pipe.
Okay, yeah. Now, someone, pardon me for not remembering who it was. It might have been Johnny Sorensen. Said that the ladies' figures that I'm thinking of are not in this set. They're in a more of a Secret War set. Now, I thought they
Okay.
would be in the Power Stars, but I could be mistaken on that one.
Now they have these minifigures, and in the minifigures they have what looks like Dale and possibly what was the Phantom's lady's name? Kit? No, I don't remember her name. But you've got Devil there, his wolf for the Phantom. These are itty bitty. These are just
Yeah, and they're random. They're random, so you don't know what you're getting in the pack.
oh yeah, Diana Palmer. That's
our
the
Phantom's
Phantoms. Yeah. But these look pretty interesting. Unfortunately, they're not articulated. They are
What is that
just.
back there in the trench coat? It looks like Rorschach from here, but I can see he's got white hands.
I'd say someone like Doctor Occult. Let me see if it says here. Oh, it's the Phantom in disguise. So this is when he goes to the city.
Yeah, the hat pulls a Phantom Stranger like deal where it puts a shadow over his eyes so you can't see his face, all of his face.
Right.
There's Volton back there. I like that Volton. Cool.
Yeah. Now I have heard rumor Volton.
Hey, we were talking about these Popeye
else.
figures. We were talking about these Popeye figures that Boss Fight's doing. You saw that up at the top of that page that you're scrolling down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the money, I would go all in on this. And look how deep they're going. There's castor oil there. That's Olive's little brother.
Yep. They're going pretty hard on these Fraggles too, which I don't see that being all that popular. But
I'm not into the Fraggles. Now, of course, there's people here in the chat that were really big into Fraggles.
Yeah.
Now these Sarzoric warriors look like something that would be cool.
They would definitely fit in with your Motu stuff, I think.
All minifigs are awesome. I had a ton, but had to size down for reasons. And I understand that there, Rolo.
Yep. Now, in this other line that Boss Fight Studio is doing, these what they call the hacks, they are slightly.
They're doing a Tarzan and Jane for that set. Look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that horse! Oh my god!
That is nice. And these are also that 1/8, slightly larger than 1/18 scale with higher articulation.
That'd be more like a 7-inch scale, tidy max size.
No. They're 4 inches, so they're just slightly taller than the old Superpower stuff.
Okay.
They're more like the 40th or 50th anniversary GI Joe figures were.
Okay. All right. Yeah. RC Custom Cats. Hey man, what's going on, man?
So this Phantom with his steed looks pretty good, and I think they had a couple of other ones. Let's see if I can pull those up. Like you said, Tarzan and Jane are in this set.
Yeah, I want those so bad.
Come on. Let's see if we can find them. Epic hacks. There we go. Is that it? Nope. These are the skeletons they're doing.
Well, the Epic hack, they're in Epic hacks as well, but there's several different versions of Epic hacks, and you may have to go down to the bottom of the page and see if there's more pages there.
I think they're calling them hero hacks. Yeah, that's
hero
it.
hacks. There we go.
So there's Julie Walker in a Phantom style suit. There's this would be a fun one. Have you seen this one? Zorro the Gay Blade.
Zorro the Gay Blade. Now I remember that. That was a Disney. That was Disney. But what? That was a movie.
What was his name? Hamilton, the actor.
I can't remember.
He played both roles. He played Don Diego and Bunny Wigglesworth, his doppelganger.
Zorro.
Funny movie.
I'm into Zorro, but I'm not necessarily into the gay Zorro. But yeah, you never know.
They have a classic Zorro as well. Let's see if we can find him. They have one from the more modern movie of Alejandro and the Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Got his classic whip and
removable hat. Nice.
Mm-hmm. That is a nice touch. I know they have one that's more of the classic in here somewhere. There it is. Yep, there is.
He comes a horse.
Mm-hmm. Tornado. Zorro and Tornado. That looks nice. That's a nice set.
George Hamilton always had a tan.
Yep. So there's some stuff out there. I don't know where they put the dang.
Belfort had a Fraggle Rock lunchbox as a kid.
Okay. Fraggle Rock was very popular for a long time.
It was. I never got to watch that because it came on like a cable station, and I didn't have cable. I had antenna.
Now, if you want your 80s version of Flash, they've got that as well.
That's not bad at all. Absolutely not bad at all. So they got NECA beat hands down with that figure right there, I think.
Yeah, and again, these are in that 4-inch scale, so they fit more in with your collection.
Uh-huh.
I'd love it if they gave him a rocket cycle.
Alive, Flash Gordon is alive. Gordon is alive.
So, yeah, there's some good stuff out there. You know, for a long time, there wasn't any Flash Gordon merch, and now it's all over the place.
I agree with John. John says, I don't know why they haven't made him, but I wish they'd make a Lone Ranger and Tano. Absolutely. That would be epic.
Yep. So here is the other boss fights Flash Gordon that's in that Hero Hacks, which is the...
Yeah, with more articulation. He looks like he's got ab crunch. He's got elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, feet, head.
Yeah, I believe there's a Dale for this as well, but I'm not seeing it here on the site, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it somewhere.
What's Fraggle Rock? It's another Muppet show that Jim Henson did. Johnny Sorensen says, yeah, Jim Henson's show, yeah.
Speaking of lunch boxes, there is a lunch box with the Flash from the early part of the movie when he's wearing his T-shirt and playing football with that funky egg thing.
Yeah, that was from the scene where they first went into Ming's court.
Yep, and it comes with, I don't know if that's a full size or a mini lunch box. Looks like it might be a mini, but it's not bad.
What are you talking about there, RC Custom Cats? Magic Trags.
Ooh, I like that. I might have to pick up that lunchbox.
That's a cool ass lunchbox. Why didn't they make that lunchbox back when I was a kid?
I don't know. We missed out on all the good stuff. It looks to be a good sized lunchbox too, because there's the figure inside of it.
Epic Badger says type Tarzan into BBTS search and the Hero Hacks came up. Tarzan is available with James sold out. Listen, go to Boss Fight Studios site. They actually have a store on the site where all this stuff is still available.
Aha! Success. There he is. Yep. So there's Tarzan.
And
looks pretty good.
Look, he's got his locket on. I like that. And there's the logo there on the side.
Yep.
Of him with the golden lion. Jadbalja, the Golden Lion.
So they did a pretty good job on that. Let's see. I think we saw Jane here as well.
Yeah, she said that Jane is sold out. So these are available
Yep.
now. You can order these now and get them now. Yeah, there she is. Now, she only looked like this in one book in the comic, and that's where she her and her companions were on an airplane. The airplane crashed in the jungle. And Jane, who had lived long enough with Tarzan by that point, she had jungle craft of her own, and she was able to keep the people supplied with food and shelter until Tarzan came and found them. And I think she might have reverted back to wearing skins and that, but she never actually looked like this in the old novels.
It's a kind of a good look, and it makes a nice couple with the two of them together.
Do they have John Carter as World Man of Cardboard?
Unfortunately, no, but maybe that will come because they're going pretty deep in the line. So
Yeah.
it would not surprise me if he shows up.
Yeah.
And they have something here. The Dark Horse comic of the New Adventures of Tarzan with Roy Thomas. That's got to be some good art.
Yeah, that's going to be some great artwork. And Neil Adams actually did some of the paintings for the Black novelizations that came out back when I was a kid.
Very interesting. So these are reprints from Dark Horse Comics. I bet those are pretty good.
I've got those. I've got some of those here in my collection of the actual comics themselves, and those were good. They were very good.
So that's about it on Tarzan at the moment, but there's stuff out there.
Yeah. You and I are going to have to do a deep dive on Tarzan. We're going to have to do a deep dive on some of this other pulp stuff here in the future.
Yeah, I agree because there's some great lore there.
Okay,
all right,
folks.
Let's see what you got there, Bill.
All right. I've got Nightwing, I've got Wonder Woman, and I've got Deathstroke from the latest Toddy Mac figures. What do we want to see first? I'm kind of partial to Wonder Woman. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and open Wonder Woman first. Let's see how easily these come out of their packages. I bet they don't.
You might want to have a scalpel handy. Yeah. I'm already aggravated because she doesn't have a lasso. That's a major miss.
Well, I've got a fix for that, and we'll hook you up too. I think Gojatron's getting one too. Grindhead's already got his.
Well, I definitely appreciate that, but it's the principle of the thing, Bill. Ought to come with it. I shouldn't have to source stuff out when I buy a new figure.
Kind of like Grindhead and those damn bags from Melbourne. That's
right. It's the principle of the thing. Dang it.
All right, so here's the shitty cape. I'm losing that right off the bat. Now, listen, guys, if y'all want to see a better review of these, hey, Sir Clifton, if you want to see a better review of these, head over to Gojatron. He's got an excellent review of these figures on his site. It's available right now. So
that is correct. Gojatron is the go-to man when it comes to doing some of these figure reviews.
The hair is helping hold the cape in place as I remove the piece of shit cape, which is already torn on the side from having to remove it. So bullshit cape goes to hell.
Yeah, that's kind of a waste. Old Toddy shouldn't even bother with those.
All right, so Gojatron mentioned that there was her face kind of looked shiny, and the hair looks like it's a separate sculpt from the face and glued on. I could be wrong on that.
Well, get your fingers out of the camera and show us the gal. There we go.
Yeah, the hair looks like a separate mold than the face, and I think the face was molded in the plastic, skin tone plastic, and that's kind of why it's got that sheen to it. It wasn't painted flesh tone.
Now, is it just me, or is she a little less buxom than she should be?
Yeah, she don't have big old titties. Sorry, guys.
Well, that was part of the wonder of Wonder Woman. Was how I always wondered how she kept that bustier up.
Well, yeah, she's got looks like maybe A cups or B cups here instead of the good old double D's like she ought to. But that's kind of reminiscent of the world today. I mean, we don't want to have buxom women for some odd reason. I don't know what the hell's wrong with people.
Yeah, now, that's strange.
She's standing in a wider stance, although because of that, she doesn't want to stand on her own. That's bullshit, Todd.
Now, I think Grindhead was telling us there's somebody that's making figure stands that'll fit these third party. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
and
name
she's
of.
got the holes in her feet, unlike the first wave, which did not have holes in their feet. So
Okay.
we can put her on a stand. All right, so now there's Wonder Woman. Now let me tell you something, folks. I've got a big freaking gripe with this damn. Look at this fucking shit. It won't stand up.
Dag nabbit.
I'm gonna have to boil her legs and kind of move them around a little bit. Okay, so she can bend over at the waist and stand up. That's BS.
Well, hopefully the leaks we've seen of an invisible jet will come true, and she'll be able to sit in that pretty well.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. The next vehicle, the Invisible Jet, and there's a new version of the Batmobile that he's doing as well. She's Wonder Bra Woman. See, she can't. That's fucked up. All right, look at her tiara there. What's wrong with this picture, folks? Tell me. Let's look at the artwork on the package here, and we'll compare and contrast. Okay, what's
you need to
wrong with
move it over just a little bit, Bill, because your chat's in the way. There you go.
what do we see here in the picture here that it's not on the figure?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There should be a red star.
Yeah, he didn't paint that. Stupid ass.
It is
I'll
sculpted in, though, right? The star is there.
it's sculpted in. It can be easily painted in if you have a steady hand, which
Okay.
I used to. All right, so no lasso, but we're gonna fix that real quick.
But she does have an open hand to hold a lasso. She just didn't
There
come
she
with
is.
it.
Here's my lasso material. I love this this thread here. It's small enough, and it's not too floppy,
Oh,
which
good.
means you can actually do a little bit of posing with this. So I'll get a nice little bit of it here, and I'm gonna cut
I
it.
know Toddy Mac doesn't like to make female figures, but I kind of hope he makes a cheetah to go with this line,
It
so
would
she'll
be
have
nice.
somebody to wrestle with.
Yeah, Toddy's all about the money, and he thinks that female figures don't sell. You know, he's a
Well, Wave 3 of Valiver showed him wrong because theirs is selling like hotcakes, and it's all female line.
all right. So the lasso has to do this number here. So let's do that.
Get it all wound up.
Yes, sir. And I want the ends to point downwards like that.
I think Johnny Sorensen wants to see you make a production of Boiling Wonder Woman.
You want me to do that today or on a future show, Johnny?
I think we'll set that up on a future show as a
Patreon.
There you go. Torturing the McFarlane Wonder Woman with Bill.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to open her hand up so that I can get the thread down in her hand. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I can't see what I'm doing either. So bear with me as I shove all this thread into her open hand.
Now, at no time do Bill's hands leave his wrists in the performance of this trick.
This isn't a magic trick, folks.
It could be considered one, considering how hard it is to get a lasso for this gal.
I mean,
and it is a magic lasso, so technically it's a magic trick.
So there, she's got now my Wonder Woman's got a lasso.
That's much better.
Right. She can't stand, so we'll put her off the side. Who's next? Dick Grace. Oh, my camera just went to fuck.
No, your camera's still good. Your personal camera's off, but your toy cam's still working.
Yeah, let me see if I can fix my personal camera real quick, folks.
If you can pop that overlay off, we can just see the toy cam better, and then we can look at the pictures while you're tinkering with that.
I'll do that. Sure.
Oh, Gojitron's got the scoop for us. He says the leaked next superpowers wave from Toddy Mac will be Aquaman, Black Manta, a Detective Batman, and a Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah, I saw that. That was on a Facebook group. I saw that recently. Yeah. Sir Clifton says, I hope they give us Hal Jordan Green Lantern. I've never fond of the Green Lantern, and they won't name the names of the character. John Stewart. I mean, he's cool. I mean, I don't mind that. Gojitron. Also, another Wonder Woman is leaked as well. Yeah, this one is
You know, he's
probably
not as popular, but I wouldn't be upset if they gave us a Guy Gardner too. I kind of like Guy.
yeah, Guy Gardner. Yeah, he doesn't get any love anymore.
No.
The mentally ill Green Lantern. He hit his head and had some problems there. All right, so who we want? We want the.
It's not that. Yeah, it's not that kind of leak, Johnny. It's not incontinence.
Tell me, I'll have to do them. Uh-huh.
I'd say go for Dick Grayson and leave Deathstroke for last.
Okay, if you pose her, she stands better. No, she don't. Her legs, her legs are posed so far apart that this foot here doesn't fit flat on the surface of the table. So there's a kind of a bend here in this leg. So that's why my figure's not standing there, brother. Deathstroke. All right, so everything's plastic collectibles wins. He's the first to tell me, so we're going to open Deathstroke next.
Cool. At least they gave him his sword. They didn't give him his signature rifle, but we could probably source something.
We'll have to fix that with some G.I. Joe weapons, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Once again,
I agree.
The packaging
RC Custom Cat says, they should come with bases or something. If they can't stand, they ought to come with bases. Some of the larger McFarlane ones
never did. The original Superpowers never did, so I'll forgive him for that. But
yeah.
You should be able to buy stands for these figures from third parties. So I'm not gonna get too upset. All right, so the sword is real bendy. So some rubber. Looks. So
they don't want you to poke your eye out, Bill.
No, you'll poke your eye out. His hand has to be kind of opened up a little bit here in order to get the sword into it, but it fits and it ain't going anywhere. The little
tassels,
they're going to be in this position forever and ever. It's a separate piece that's glued into a hole in the back of his head here. So,
kind of wish they pointed him down instead of to the side, but
his feet fit very flat. He stands very good. A very very solid stance there. He's got his bandolier on. He's got scale mail sculpted into his legs here, which these were blue, I think, in the original storyline in the Teen Titans when he showed up. So,
yeah, he tended to wear more just blue and orange. The black came later.
Yeah, Toddy Mac's into more recent stuff than the old stuff. So,
well, at least they did go with a more classic look, because some of the modern Deathstroke costumes in the comics are just god awful. They don't look like they should.
Goji says my Wonder Woman stood okay. It looks like Bill got a warped woman. Yeah, and I'm going to unwarp her with a cup of hot water here probably. And yeah, if you guys want to see me do that, I'll hold off on actually doing that until I can show you guys that maybe on a Patreon or something. Weird Fantastic, are you going to get the Batman? No, Gimp Batman is not going to be part of my collection. Gojitron didn't get BDSM Batman either. So
I hate that figure. I'm not fond of the character.
Yeah, we're protesting with our wallets.
Yeah. It just doesn't fit with the Superpowers theme, not at all.
Melvor, I'd love a Kennerized looking Linda Carter Wonder Woman in the line at some point.
Yeah,
they won't do that. Now, if you want a Linda Carter Wonder Woman, they did that in one of the last series that they did when Mattel had the license.
I have one I can show if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right,
bring you up full screen.
Where is she?
While my camera starts to
there
spin again. Bring out the Gimp, says Gojitron. Yeah, okay. I got the drunk Wonder Woman. Okay, well, she's going to undrunk her.
There she is.
What?
Yeah,
You're
this one.
Gimp Batman to complete the collection. Unsubscribe. Sorry to lose you there, Jesse. So long, brother.
if I can get it to focus. My camera does not like to focus on figures. I'm gonna have to get a new toy
But,
cam going
or
or
put your
something.
hand behind it, maybe. Go out and then move in slowly. Move out until it focuses, and then move in slowly. Or maybe your maybe your camera is not on uh,
Autofocus.
autofocus. It may be on set focus. I know mine
That
does
that could be.
sometimes.
So anyway, yeah, they did a pretty good job on this one, and the suit is very
I'm not even going
reminiscent
to
of the
answer that
TV show.
question, Bjorn. I'm not answering that question.
And unlike some Wonder Women, she does come with her lasso attached, which is nice.
And
And
Johnny Swanson wants a Bionic Woman figure. Wouldn't that be nice?
that would be nice. And Bill actually turned me on to this little fella. This was made by Funko, and they actually did a pretty good job. So we've got an invisible jet, and the canopy will pop open here.
If they
And you can take it
resize
out.
if they resize that jet to superpower size, that's what they need to make for Wonder Woman's invisible jet. The one that I saw, the whatever pre-production drawing of that they released from Tidy
Yeah.
Mac, a little fat in the middle. I don't know.
It doesn't look quite right, that's for sure. But it'll, it's better than what we've gotten in the past, which was nothing.
Goji Trine has a point here. I like the face on the Mattel Linda Carter, but no double jointed elbows means she can't do the bullets and braces properly.
That's correct. She's very limited on the articulation, unfortunately. But
and RC Cat sees your gargoyles back there.
Yeah, a review is coming soon. It's already been filmed. I'm just trying to get it uploaded to YouTube, so that'll be this week as well. Very impressive figures. I'm liking those. So more to come.
All right, so that's Deathstroke. Last but not least is Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Which it's very funny that the instead of having his logo on his the name Nightwing across the logo, they just put the logo on here. I don't know what's up with that.
That is a little peculiar, but at least they got the costume pretty well right with the modern interpretation of it. I would have liked to have seen a more classic costume, but I'll take it.
Yeah, little harder to pull that one loose than the other one, but still, I saved the card back for the most part on that. Okay, he's got these little rubber sticks. There it went. There it is.
Yeah, I agree with Bjorn. If she had Valiver's articulation, she could do the bracelet pose. That's for sure.
All right, so we can get that one out. There it goes. So those are just round sticks. I mean, there's you can make those yourself by cutting a screen from the model kit.
Yeah, no, he did use those in the comics later on, and I think Goji said they're similar to the Filipino fighting sticks. Esquema, something like that.
Were they just sticks like this, or did they have the little handle coming up right here? That's my question.
They've been drawn different ways. Some of them have the handle. Some of them have some Bat Gadget stuff attached. Like he's got shock batons and padons so he can shoot out a bat cable so he can swing with them. All kinds of weird stuff.
Looks like I got him here. He looks like he's holding 2 Roman candles.
Yeah.
Very good paint job on the mask. The mask. Let me see. Can I tell? Okay.
Yeah,
the mask.
They've got the kind of like the bat wing design on it.
Yeah. It's got a point here, point here, point here, point here, point here. But it's not molded. The mask is not molded on his face. It is painted on his face. So if you wanted to make a Dick Grayson figure, you could actually repaint this figure, paint eyes in it, paint the rest of him flesh tone, and make a Dick Grayson figure out of this. It would work. Of course, everybody wanted to see Dick Grayson's booty. For some reason, they think his booty looks cool. So there's a rounded booty there.
That's right. Dick Grayson is well known for having a very nice posterior that the ladies of Gotham are always admiring. So, got that right.
All right, there we go, folks. What y'all think?
Cool. Oh, Bjorn says the notice for the Boglins video's up. So
All
those of
right.
you who
Well,
are following,
we still got a little less than 30 minutes on that. I want to get to Frog Monger, so we're going to move right along here.
yeah, let's get froggy.
Let's get these guys
Yes,
out.
I'm guessing that Nightwing does quite a few squats to get those glutes in shape.
I would imagine. Yeah, it's a wonky leg. Wonder when you see the warped leg here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, in order to get the blast effect for the thing, I have to get the Boba Fett out that has the blast effects and get the blast effect out of there. All right, so here we go. There we go. All right, so we got to open this bad boy up. So, what's the best way to open these figures up, guys? You guys can
From the bottom, I think.
I think it's from the side right here.
Is it the side on those? Mm-hmm. That's the Return of the Jedi version?
Yes, that is correct,
Okay.
sir.
I didn't pick that one up. I've always been partial to his Empire uniform, which was a little more grungy.
Yeah, I like that one better too.
But I do like those blast effects. I wish I had those.
Right.
I might have to see if I can pick one of these up on clearance just to get the accessories.
Come on right away. All right. And the one I want is this one here. That's the blast effect I want. And that's all I'm getting out, folks. All right, so we'll look at this figure another day, another time, somewhere else. He's going back in the box. So get him back in there. That's going to be a chore.
Yeah, Badger's building a whole blue squadron. He's picking up those clearance Star Wars figs and changing the heads to make his own custom squadron for X-wing.
And look, guys, if you're not subscribed to the Epic Badger, you need to be, because he's doing some epic live streams here on Saturday mornings. And
yeah, his one on Micro Machines today was fun. A lot of those sets I didn't know about. They were pretty cool.
All right. So now we've got this blast effect. Now, Frog Monger, we haven't opened him yet, so that's what we're going to open now is Frog Monger. We're going to look at everything about Frog Monger as we open him up. And, of course, this is harder to open. And no, I'm not trying to save this package because I don't give a rat's booty hole about it. So there.
Now, Bill, I think you pulled out the flamethrower accessory. Isn't it the jetpack accessory? Flames
And,
that you wanted?
the damn comic book was glued to the freaking thing, so I tore the damn back cover of the comic. Thanks, folks.
Oh, I hate it when they glue stuff on there like that. That's just, they get in a hurry when they're packaging stuff.
Fucking BS. All right. He's got the little instead of rubber bands, he's got the little shitties that you gotta cut. So
World Made of Cardboard has to boogie. We'll catch you on the flip side, brother.
all right, World Made of Cardboard. Good to have you in today, sir. I'm cutting the little rubber shitties that are holding him to the package here. So
yep.
Bear with me, because I don't feel like trying to wrestle with them.
Yeah, the Frog Monger apparently is he's kind of angry. Nobody likes him. That's why he's in the dungeon.
Yeah, he's the Dwell of Souls. All right, let's see if we can pose him up and make him stand on his own. All right.
Not sure about that collar. It's kind of limiting on his.
The collar's holding his backpack on.
Oh, okay.
And we can take. Comes with a pistol of sorts.
I'm surprised it didn't come with any frogs.
Oh, well, we could take care of that at the dollar store.
That's
All
true.
right, so his hand is shaped in such a way that he should be able to hold his pistol very, very securely. Do you see that? How it looks there?
Yeah. He's got what, 3 fingers?
Yeah, he's got 3 froggy fingers, and that's a new sculpt too, by the way. And his gun pops right into that little hole, and he securely holds his gun.
Goji says, looks like the frog
Drop it
prince meets
off.
Golem.
And we take
So he's got some spots on him like a frog, but he's got teeth. So he's kind of a hybrid critter.
weird, yeah. And the body here is a new sculpt. It's got molded little warts on his chest. The shin is new, and it's got this fin on the back and new sculpting across through here. Standard Skeletor feet, standard buck thighs, waist, belt. Standard buck look like Skeletor arms here. New hands, new head sculpt. So.
All
And
right.
someone
RC
said
Custom Cats has got to go to work, but thanks for stopping in. We'll see you in the near future, hopefully.
All right, now wait a minute, folks. I'm seeing something here that I'm finding interesting. No, that's just a trick of the light. I thought I saw something in there that been a hole that you could stick a tongue in. But,
If you could move it over just a tad, Bill, we could see it better on the camera. There you go, right there.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw a hole back in the back of his mouth there that you could maybe make a tongue to stick in, but I think that's just a trick of the light. Okay, now this blast effect needs to go here. So how am I going to do that?
Maybe a little magician's wax, or
that sounds like the trick right there. Let's put this back on him. Let's put this back on him.
I kind of like him. I was going to say, I kind of like him without the jetpack, because that neck collar thing looks like he's got a broken neck and he's wearing a brace.
Yeah, really. Yeah, so in order to do this, I would have to have him on a flight stand.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it's doable.
It's doable. It's doable. Let's get the time there.
He does look a little reminiscent of the lasher figure, the tongue lasher.
Yeah, that's kind of not what I wanted. Let's see. These other blast effects might well they're a little they're for his rocket pack, but they may work. They're a little smaller.
Yeah.
And they got a nub on the end that I might be able to drill a hole in that for.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I'm thinking the nubbin probably look a little better. That way it won't. You could still have him with a flight stand or without. It wouldn't be trailing off down below his feet.
I think you're right. So we're gonna put this back in the package here and get one of these.
I know you're not a Marvel Legends guy, but if you had a Marvel Legends Iron Man, he has some repulsor jets that might fit in there too. I'll see if I have a couple extra. I'll send some your way.
That sounds cool.
And they have a nubbin on them similar to that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds like it'll be about right. Marvel Legends Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
My OCD is kicking in. I can't not put the package back together. So there.
That's all right, Bill.
All right. Now let's look here. That's going to look a ton better, I think.
Yeah, that looks more like it.
All right. Let's look at the comic real quick. The Horde of the Frog Monger, and of course, it tore right here. because that was glued to the freaking package.
Yeah, that's not cool. They shouldn't have glued it. Art's not bad. Do we know who the artist is on these? Does it say anywhere?
It does not.
They ought to give them credit.
They should. I'm going to have to read this later. You guys, I guess, could pause this on replay maybe and read some of this. And this is actually longer than the normal comics. Normal ones are only about what four pages long. This one here's
right. Well, considering there hasn't been much of a story for him in the past, this is pretty much all we get. So it's good that they're telling his story.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. All right, guys. You tell me. Do you want me to go ahead and get something and try to put a hole in that today, or do you want me to wait on that?
I'm thinking that might be a separate video, Bill. Once you kind of film all that as you're doing it and see how it works out, get a flight stand for him and all that good stuff.
Custom Cats is going out. For Clifton says he looks like Tongue Lasher's cousin. I was wondering if that was actually just Tongue Lasher repainted. He's kind of like the Frog Prince meets Gollum, according to his mini comic story. Okay, yeah. If you had the power sword effect, looks lots of people are using it for. Yeah, I've got plenty of those. I got a couple of those power sword effects. Was that the new adventure ship? Yes, it was. I haven't read the story yet, so I don't know how that fits in. But yeah, that's exactly what you saw there at the very end of that comic.
Now they made a toy of that new adventure starship, didn't they?
Back in the day, they did. Yes.
Be interesting to see if the line continues into the new adventures as this keeps going.
Hey, Susudio, good to see you.
Afternoon.
Diorama is ready. Susudio. All right. Yeah. Look, we got about 15 more minutes here. I'm kind of getting ready to go in there and get my drill bits out. Seriously, guys, just hang on a minute. Largo, can you entertain everybody while I do that?
I can certainly try.
All right. I've got to navigate out of the room here. I've got so much stuff in my way.
Yep, I agree with Johnny. The best thing about the new adventures were the playsets they did as far as the toys go. Yeah. The cartoon was kind of goofy. I did not like their rendition of Skeletor with eyes. That just didn't look right.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys on that one. Yeah.
Could have been done better, but the future is still wide open. There's all kinds of stuff that they still could do with this IP, and sometime in the near future we're going to have another cartoon. I think the next one is called Masters of the Universe Revolution. I'm not sure what we're going to get with that, but that might serve to give us a couple new characters. I don't know if that'll translate into the Origins line or just the Masterverse, but we'll have to wait and see. So that is a possibility. Yeah, a lot of folks just didn't. The new adventures just didn't trip everybody's trigger like the classic stuff did. It wasn't very popular. Now, the remake they did, what was it, the 2000X, that was better. The art style was better. It was a good update. Unfortunately, that one also didn't continue as long as it should have. But I was kind of liking that. But, yeah, we'll have to see. While he's out there getting ready to do some surgery, I'll ask you guys, I've got a couple of other toys that have come in recently. And just a show of hands in the chat, maybe you guys can tell me which one you want me to review next, because I just did the review for Goliath and Bronx. That'll be coming out. I have the Terminator. I have the T-800 from the first film, and might be doing a video on that. And then we have the Amazing Spider-Man in his classic blue and red from Mafex. This appears to be a really good one. So there's that. And then out of reach, I have an Iron Man, classic Iron Man that just came in. So one of those will be the next review that I do. So you guys let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see. We're working on that. And like I said, tomorrow Will and I will be doing I've got one other one here I forgot about. I've got Harley Quinn from the Hush line, and she's looking rather fetching in her classic motley colors of red and black. So,
I'm back.
all righty, you're back. I'm front, and we're just talking about what review I should do next because I've got a whole bunch of these Mafex figures that came in, and I haven't opened them yet. So we'll see.
I'm trying to match a drill bit right now to the right size. I don't want to make the hole too big, and I don't want to make it too small.
Oh, Bjorn, that is a 1/12 scale Terminator. So that's Arnie in the, roughly 6-inch scale.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these drill bits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of trying to match it up. This is probably going to be the one I use right here.
Yep, you can always go a little small, but if you go too big, then you're going to have a little problem. So
yeah, absolutely.
Aim small, miss small.
Well, one of the nice things about this little nub here, the nub has got a bulb on the end of it. So,
all righty.
Let me help.
Let me answer Melville here. Yes, I do have an Instagram. It is Jim Largo 42 at Instagram, and I have a lot of toy photography pictures there. So feel free to jump over there and take a look sometime.
All right, now I'm gonna try to do this by hand. I don't actually use a drill like some folks do. Okay, and if necessary, I'll get an actual hobby drill.
Right.
Out.
Do you have a pin vise?
Yes, I do. And if I have to get that out, I will. But I'm going to try to do this by hand without having to do that.
Okay.
And
yeah, the pin vise definitely helps for control, so that you're not wobbling around.
Yeah, and I'm doing this by hand, folks. So I'm doing it off camera so I can actually get some control on it.
Yep.
And I may have to get the vise out because turning it's getting kind of rough here, but I'm a strong man. All right,
well, Frank Purdue told us it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. So I don't know if that works for frog mongers too, but it might.
I don't know. Chicken prices are out the roof, so we might have to think about something else besides chickens here lately.
Yeah. Chicken and eggs is pretty much a gourmet delicacy these days because of the prices and stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Sir Clifton says maybe if you could find a lightning effect come out of that gun, that'd look kind of cool.
Yeah, I've got just the pack for that, guys. If you're looking for stuff like that and you don't want to have to buy an action figure for it, you can always get these from Super Action Stuff. This one here is the Super Action Stuff Firepower set.
Yep, I've seen those on Big Bad Toy Store and on Amazon, and they're a reasonable price for the accessories. If you're doing toy photography or diorama, those are good to pick up.
That's absolutely correct, sir, and that's what they're good for.
Now, Goji's saying that the jetpack was not actually used in the mini comic with Frog Monger, so maybe that's for something future coming up.
Could be, and it might be such that back to classic days they would include accessories with figures that weren't meant for that figure. They were meant for another figure, but they couldn't include it in because of tooling.
Right. So, Studio, get your mind out of the gutter, dear. She says elongated holes can be bad. Such a naughty girl.
Do you have money for food for lunch? Is there something specific that you want?
I can hear someone in the background.
That is my stepson asking for some cash to order some lunch, and that's not a bad idea because lunchtime is a coming. I got a little bit here.
Batching it today?
Well, my wife's dog sitting for a friend. So, no, I don't have a particular preference. Just see how much cash we got there and see what you can figure out. All right.
I've almost got this perfectly made.
Johnny's saying that the Frogateer, I think that's a thing. Instead of the Rocketeer, it's the Frogateer.
Well, if you guys want to see something neat, Hebro took one of the He-Man action figure sets from the 4-figure pack and King Randor and made a Flash Gordon Origins figure out of it.
Nice.
And Jetpack may go well with that.
That would make sense. Oh, Sir Clifton doesn't know about your lava stream. He missed out on that. One of our earlier shows, we talked about the 3D printed lava stream that Bill has there.
Yeah, I got that. It's nice. There was a guy. Will's making me one that's just like it. That's not painted, but this one here came from a guy on eBay from Argentina that makes these things at reasonable prices, but the shipping's out of the world.
Yep. Oh, so Sudio is saying that if you get a hole out of round, it can mess you up when you're trying to get things to fit right. She wasn't trying to be naughty, but well.
Yeah, you were the one being naughty.
That's true. I'm always naughty. I'm naughty by nature. Hey, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that works. By Jove, I think that's got it. To infinity and beyond with the Frog Monger. Although I hope his underpants are fireproof, because that could be a problem.
And the Rocketeer had that problem too, which it was solved in the comic. But it wasn't on the movie, by the way.
Right. How did they solve that in the comic? Do you know?
It wasn't coming out of the bottom of the little tank. It was actually two little nozzles that were off to the side.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you were the one with your mind in the gutter, not her.
That's true. That's years of living in the Navy that does that to you.
In the Navy.
That's right. Sail the 7 seas.
Yeah. All right, guys. There's our Frog Monger with his jetpack and flame effect coming out of the bottom that came from Boba Fett. Tell me what you guys think in the chat. Did I do a good job or what?
Yeah, for as quickly as you put it together, it looks like it was made to go.
Uh-huh. There we go. There we go. All right. You're just being sleazy. Just being sleazy.
Yep, I have been called worse, so that's fair.
Bjorn Jorgensen says, si, senor. All right. So in the allotted time, we covered everything that I wanted to cover today. How about that? Let's see if my camera came back up.
Yeah. For once, we followed a plan.
All right. So I'm going to reboot my camera here because the camera went offline. All right, there we go.
There he is. Well, it was a good show today. We've covered a lot of stuff, looked at some new stuff, and reminisced about some Flash Gordon and whatnot. So
we got your Boglins review coming up here in just about 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've got at 5 o'clock Central Time on my Patreon folks, and you've got the link to the StreamYard that we're going to be doing that on in the Patreon. Y'all guys,
everybody should have got
Rolo and Marcos both are going to be doing Laser Sharks.
Yeah, patrons, check your email, and you should have a link in your email if nothing else.
Absolutely, and of course, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start feeding some ducks there, Lago, if you'll get that started. And
yes, sir.
I want to say thank you guys for showing up. We had a good show. please leave a like and some sort of a comment in the comment box as you leave today. And if you missed part of the show, let's go back and watch the restream. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Patreons, in addition to Rolo, I'm also going to put the magic trick that I did with Brian Head Jim on as a Patreon exclusive on my Patreon. It will be available today, if not already. So good journey, everybody, and we'll see you all next time. Special thanks to these supporters on Patreon. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video.